Good afternoon, everybody. So I wanted to do a video. On the Ontario Knife Company, the RAT1. This is a basic, $20 knife, liner lock, plastic handles, Zytel or something like that. It's a basic knife. It's nothing too exorbitant. I got this knife from Amazon, and it's a good knife. I like it. I don't have any complaints with it. Aus 8 steel, decent steel. But I wanted this pattern, and so I went on to eBay, and that's the reason I'm making this video. So I went on to eBay, and I found this pattern, and it was $5-6 cheaper than this one. So I went ahead and ordered it, thinking this is probably going to be a knockoff. So I wanted to do a comparison if it was a knockoff and see what you get on Amazon versus what you get on eBay. So first thing I noticed right off the bat when I got this knife, I got this knife first, and it was what I expected. And then I got the other one, and immediately I began to notice some differences. First of all, the handle's bigger, and it's noticeably bigger. It's heavier. It's got, I don't know what kind of scales these are, if they're some kind of I don't know, something else. They're not the same texture or anything. They're thicker, they're longer, and the knife overall is heavier in comparison to this knife. Another thing I noticed right off the bat, the font on the right there on the where it says RAT1 or Model 1 Aus 8, it's different than what came on this one. Now I knew that the logo had been updated, so it had the older logo on it. So that wasn't really an indicator of anything. Another indicator though was right here, notches, just poor quality control on the manufacture of the blade. Obviously you don't see that on this one. So moving along the knife, another thing I noticed was, and this took a couple of days, but the blade is starting to make a little clicking sound. So it's not locking up tight. This one doesn't have any up and down movement on it at all. Another thing I began to notice the other day, well, right off the bat rather, was the thickness of the blades. Now, this blade is thicker. I don't know why that is. I mean, you'd think that they'd want to use less material if they're going to do a copy, but anyway, it is thicker. It's fairly sharp. I've touched it up a little bit. It'll pop hair, so that's it is what it is. It's steel. It'll cut. But these flippers, I noticed the other day when I was looking at it, they are super easy to come out, and they don't have any Loctite or anything on them at all. So they're just finger tight in there. To me, that's a problem, obviously. So yeah, so that was another obvious indicator. But there was another one that I noticed like immediately, outside of just the shape and the size and the the feel. So when you're looking at the knife and you compare it to the original, these knives are made in Taiwan, which is okay. I mean, there's a lot of knives being made in Taiwan now. But you compare that to this one, and it's made in, get this to focus, it's made in Taiwan. Look at the W, right? So totally different. Obvious fake. It's not even a good fake. Another thing I noticed this morning, the liner locks on these, there's potential for there to be a problem with any liner lock, but I mean, So I was playing with it, and I can get it to do that. Now you look at the lockup on this thing, and it looks like it's, you know, fairly centered. It's I don't know, it looks like it would be a good solid lockup, but if I can do this, that's a problem. That's to me, that's a safety issue. If you don't know, you know, that's not taking any effort at all. You know, I try it with this one. I'm cranking down twice as hard and it's not popping, but that one's just nothing at all. I can do a spine tap on it and it'll actually pop up. I don't know if yeah, see, that's on my hand. So to me, that's a safety issue. I'm not going to throw this knife away or anything. I wanted to, you know, I got it to be a beater knife. I'll throw it in a toolbox or something to cut junk with. But it's not going to be something I'll ever carry. It's a sharp instrument. It'll go into the toolbox, and you know, it'll cut junk that I'm using while I'm working in the garage or something. So anyway, I wanted to give you a side-by-side comparison, real versus fake. You know, the kind of quality you can expect to get out of a Chinese copy of a already very inexpensive knife. So I don't know why they waste their time, but it's definitely a knockoff. It's not a good one either. Anyway, hope you find this enjoyable. If you like this video, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye-bye.